Hello everybody, this is JP3 here, continuing our Halo Combat Evolved Legendary playthrough, and I welcome you to Halo's greatest playground, a level known as Assault on the Control Room. Now this is the long level, so I'm going to invite you right now to sit back, get in a comfy chair, grab a cold drink of your choice, and prepare for a lot of fun. Now I've done something just a little bit different with this recording. I've split this. Now, there's no breaks in gameplay or anything, but I've split this into 9 chapters that kind of describe what my experiences were like on this run. 9 chapters. You're just going to see a little chapter heading at the bottom. You'll see it in just a little bit as we get started. I thought it'd be kind of a fun way to spice up what is ultimately going to be a long, but I promise you, very rewarding experience watching this. Grenades and gauntlets. We're going straight for the Halo triangle in this first section here of the video. Lots of grenades, lots of stickies, lots of hopes and prayers that our headshots are true, but certainly punches, melee attacks whenever advisable. This is one of the hardest beginnings to any Halo level in the entirety of the franchise, but man, it's so rewarding when it works. And then you come right on in here, and it doesn't get easier. But, since we're going to be relying on grenade sticks, we're actually going to have some pretty good fortune here. Not necessarily that. That does take a little bit of skill to do, and anticipation. But this here, you don't always get this gift given to you. Standing there with his back turned, the other elite in the room. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know how that grunt just survived that, but that's legendary difficulty for you. I like to go around this area because if you go on the other side, the grunts are hanging off the sides of the or they're hanging off those little top platforms there. So coming over here makes it a little bit easier to take the jackals on and any grunts that are on the ground without a whole lot of interference. Just gun these guys down where they stand. See if we can't catch this guy slipping. And then you're going to have a group of 3. Oh, that was a terrible miss there. You'll have a group of 3 grunts that come through that door whenever you get close enough to it. It's one of the few times in this level where you'll have that happen. There is another time too, but usually whenever you clear out the room, you're safe to go through the door. But there's at least 2 areas I can think. I'm going to leave him back there. He doesn't want to show up wherever my reticle is. He's on the other side now that all his friends are dead, so... Alright, so now you come out here, and this is kind of a short, quasi-stealthy part that we're immediately found out pretty fast, because on Legendary difficulty, unlike in normal difficulty, but like in Heroic difficulty, there's a Banshee out here, and this Banshee makes, using this whole part here as a stealth part, just kind of goes away pretty fast once it spots you. Now, something kind of strange happens. I thought I killed the grunt with a grenade. I did not. He shows up right here. To my utter surprise. I don't know how in the world I didn't die because of him swinging that gun around and hitting me with it. Because of the physics of the way that gun works. Or him shooting me to death while I had my back turned. I'm not really sure what happened there, but our first bit of good fortune in this playthrough. Couple of jackals over there, and of course you saw the elite earlier. Once you get rid of this Banshee, we'll go and we'll have another short little stealth section before things heat up. Alright, so I always tend to come down here and wipe out the 4 grunts that are in random spots, but there's only a handful of them that start right at that point, and then on these next 3, by these next 3 sections, I guess, if you will, these quadrants, you can find the grunts in just about any order. And then there's 2 jackals that are patrolling up here. Just take them out. This is the gauntlet part. There we go. Now, if I switch to the old graphics, it's because I think, whether I'm deluded about this or not, that I'll do a better job with headshots. Since these guys are slow in coming out, let's just throw a grenade in there and get rid of as many as we possibly can. Not really sure why they weren't coming out as fast, other than they were, scared of me. let's just put it right in his mask. There we go. That's what I like to see. And yet a grunt survives yet again another explosion right next to his face. Where is this guy at? Come on. Come on. There you are. You can take a little bit of health loss on this bridge or in the first section. It's not that big of a deal. It does make this a lot harder, though. And I make my first quasi-mistake in just a minute, and having low health almost punishes me. So just a grenade right on his eyeball. For some reason, it does not kill the invisible elite that's there, and I make a huge mistake there, and I focus on the grunt that's on that platform and let this guy get by. Usually I can headshot him as he's walking by. I miss that opportunity, focusing on the grunt that can barely even hurt you from there and get all the way down to 1 bar of health. I used the grenade there and the plasma pistol peppering of the wall there to keep him at bay. Because, you know, until my shields recharged, because I was obviously down to only 1 bar left there. Alright, so we still got a grunt or 2 in here, and then 2 hunters on legendary difficulty at the back of the room. Heroic as well. Most of the enemy placements in Halo Combat Evolved are the same for heroic and legendary. There's probably a handful of exceptions to that that I'm just not remembering. But if I say it's for legendary difficulty, I probably also mean for heroic as well, but maybe not for normal. Alright, let's get this. There we go. And I guess I missed him there, but got him with the 3rd shot. And here's this grunt here. It doesn't even know where we're at for some reason. But he knows now on his own personal great journey. So I do come back over here. Oh, hello. Yeah, if the headshots aren't working, just shoot him down where he stands. Because there is pistol ammo right here, more of it, and frag grenades. More so than not, the reason why we came back. Because we're going to ditch the pistol not too long from now. Well, I cannot say enough how much I love this level. It really is a blast to play. It's a bit difficult on Legendary, no doubt about it, and it's very long, but it is a lot of fun to play, guys. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of things you get to do in this level. So here, we're going to come upon another quasi-stealth part. I have learned over the years that it is really not a good idea, or maybe it's just wasteful, I guess. It's just wasteful of your time and energy to try and stay in stealth throughout the entirety of this section. There are too many patrolling enemies, including patrolling grunts. So normally you might wait to try to backsmack this guy. Forget about that. There's no need to do it. Shoot out these windows and try to put some pressure on these idiots before they even have a chance to really gang up on you in that hallway. Sometimes it's a little easier than others, but watch your mini-map. As you can see there, we've got a guy coming around here. He's real brave, thinks he's a badass. He's going to take out the chief. Again, can't get the headshot, just shoot him down where he stands. We're fine on pistol ammo right now, meaning that we don't necessarily have to be overly cognizant of conserving it. Later on, the pistol and the lack of ammunition for it will become an issue, but we'll save that for later. Alright, I think that's about it. We might have one more jackal that's hiding back here. There he is. Oh, and he's gone. He sees us, he's pointing us, he's alerting all of his friends who are no longer alive to our presence. But he gets the gauntlet in the face. And now it's time to go outdoors into the gigantic canyons that inhabit this level. Alright, on to Chapter 2. Aptly titled, and you'll find out why soon enough. Whatever works. This is the section where you get a lot of really badass tools and plenty of ammunition, if not unlimited ammunition, for using them. But do they all work perfectly? Do they all have their flaws? No, and yes. So pick up the sniper rifle here. Try not to run over one of the ammunition boxes. There's 2 of them that are sitting there beside it. Try not to run one of them over. It's not hugely important that you don't do that. Make sure and save a rocket for that guy. and his ghost, and be sure and watch for the mortars. And just snipe anything that's moving that isn't that Wraith over there. The sniper will not hurt it. It looks like an anti-material rifle, but it won't hurt that Wraith at all. It doesn't really truly become an anti-material rifle. The rifle that it's designed after. It does not really become that until Halo Reach. And I don't think it's... I'm not sure if it behaves like that in the 343 Halos, but it doesn't until Reach for the Bungie Halos. So this is not the way you have to handle this at all. The best way to beat this Wraith is to circle strafe it with the ghost that's over there, and just keep pounding plasma until into it until it's dead. I decide not to take that route here because I don't really know exactly. If the enemies back there, the infantry that's back there, would have been a little bit faster in getting to us, I probably would have been more tempted to go that route. Right now I'm hitting geometry with some of those shots, but not all of them, as you'll see here. Because that is an elite major, and he cannot be headshot and killed in one shot like that. Alright, I think that may have hit. Get rid of these jackals here, get rid of this grunt here, and let's finish off this Wraith. Let's give it our full attention, boys and girls. Yes! Right on the edge there. Sometimes the jackals that are going to be over there, sometimes they'll be hanging out and watching what's going on over here, but they have unfortunately moved away. So we'll just have to get them later. Alright, grab us some rocket launcher ammunition, grab this ghost. It's going to be important for, you know, about a minute or so. And let's grab us, if you need a health pack, it's right there. I don't grab the other box yet, just making sure that was all the infantry that will show their fat faces while I'm back here. And I believe, and that was indeed all of them. Alright, so now we're just going to take this ghost and shoot the crap out of some jackals. There's two here, and then two that are just a little bit down the way there, over there by that rock. In this case, we get a major and a minor, which is pretty common on each side. Just get inside that shield there, get over to their left, your right. Now try to put this ghost back here so a Marine isn't tempted to get into it. And just start shooting things with the weapons you have. You probably won't keep the Marines alive, but, you know, it's fun to try. I hate when that happens. One of them drags my reticle off the other, and I don't think to shoot because I'm aiming at the one that, you know, is not dragging my reticle. But that's fine. Oh, a Marine got it anyway. Well, see you later, pal. I've been ran over by you too many times. I can't run over an enemy in that son of a bitch, but they can run me over in it. Because, you know, the Marines are kind of scripted to stay close to you or next to you, you know, whenever you come up here. So he'll just come right over to you and, of course, splat you like you're a cockroach. I don't know. What gets splatted a lot? Oh, I knew there was somebody over there. Now you got jump shot in the knee and you're dead. You troll. Alright, and there's even more sniper rifle ammunition over here. Not that we needed it, because there's a sniper rifle there. It looks like Johnson dropped, and then there's even more in the next section that we can use. Oh, thank God. So no more Marines to babysit. The only Marine worth keeping alive, unless you got a big bunch of them, is Johnson with the sniper, but he went down at some point, even though I came over here kicking ass. So, anyway. Good riddance is, I guess, what I'd say. Now, I usually don't have to do this. Usually a ghost comes right over to the left, comes right up here and challenges us foolishly. There he is, and he takes a path I've never seen him take before. And then, of course, this one, who usually is slow to come through that tunnel, comes up to try to get us about the same time, but he can't drive a ghost. He sucks, and we shoot him dead. Oh, brother. So, you know, if the mortar isn't working, that's what you have the sniper rifle for. That was a mistake. I just pressed the wrong button when going over to the new graphics, or old graphics. Yep, you better run. So now they're all finished. And you know what? I hate having to try to shoot these guys with the tank. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. So we'll just shoot him with our sniper rifle. Yeah, you're not getting away. No way. I don't know why I did that in a sing-songy voice. That doesn't really make sense for this commentary. Alright, so now we're over into an area where the tank can either dominate or it can suck. It's dependent on RNG. I have done everything that you can imagine to try to get good with this tank. That ghost always comes over that hill. He is sitting there for some reason that I can't explain. This one decides to come instead and starts facing away from us. Not really sure what he was looking at, and we get this ghost at the exact perfect time. Any closer, and we would have taken a lot of damage from that shell. In 2552, or whenever this is set, I forget. For some reason, we don't have armor plating for the tank that can protect it against itself. So we take out the tank, the Wraith tank there, but we take it at some cost. The cost of a health bar. That's not really that big of a cost, though. I can't shoot him from here with the mortar, so whatever works, we're going to do. But I can mortar jackals for some reason here when I never hardly ever can. Look at that, 2 in a row. I love it. Not that guy, though. Even though the reticle's right on top of him, it shoots far right and somewhere over there. And the reticle is literally right on him, and it can't shoot him. But that can shoot him. I have no idea why he's just sitting there like a knot on a log. Red reticle, we are right on his hat and his head, and yeah, whatever works. Whatever works. That should do it. Yep, that'll do it. Oh, brother. Again, that's the cool thing, though. That's what's cool about Assault in the Control Room is if one thing isn't working, you got something else that will. No, the reticle wasn't on him, but come on. Should have given me that one. Look at where the explosion's at. It hits it's some geometry there. Yeah. It's like a little raised hill. Now this guy I can spend an hour shooting. I mean, you really can't rocket. If you throw a rocket over there, suddenly you get his attention and he moves somewhere else. But for some reason, all it took was 2 shots. All it took was 2. I guess that's when things started to get a little bit better. And they actually do, at least for a while. So I'm not even going to try to shoot this Banshee out of the sky with the tank. That hardly ever works. I'm just going to move over here to the side, try to tempt this Banshee into coming at us more quickly than it is, and I guess we're just going to have to wait here till it takes a little bit of a joyride. But we blow it up. Now, most of the time, not all the time, if you make a lot of noise over here like we certainly have, these hunters will be right down here waiting for us. They are not, so this approach is not nearly as effective, and that will ultimately show. Now that did damage that one hunter, because I see blood. That hit him almost straight on, so we've hit them both once. It usually takes 2 rockets to kill them. Now granted, they weren't both direct hits, but for some reason the rocket launcher just is not doing its job. He dodges that grenade so deftly, but he can't dodge a sniper rifle bullet. And this guy, apparently hunters can be headshot now. I'm telling you, man, it's whatever works. Whatever works. Alright, come over. I don't care about the active camo. I have really no idea why it's even there. I don't know what purpose it would serve. But we'll grab it because why not, I guess. I think maybe we can... no, yeah, there's really no reason to grab it other than the fact that it's in the path that I'm going. I went over there and grabbed sniper rifle ammunition. There's not a health pack over there. And there's not a rocket launcher over there or any rocket launcher ammunition. But that's okay. That's alright. We've got some drops that are upcoming that are going to help us out a lot. Now back there it was whatever works, but going forward, at least for a little bit here, no matter what we're using, we're a pretty well-oiled machine. Just ignore this first part, and I think the very last part of this chapter. This always seems to work pretty well. Just put it right there, and the splash damage will kill them. Now, I'm not about to try to take that tank mortar and try to shoot stuff from distance with it. It's, a time waste. So let's see if we can't snipe everything, huh? Can't get him in the back. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got him on the side there. The first shot seemed like a lot easier than the second one. Headshot that elite. Shoot him in the shoulder, I guess it was. Headshot on that jackal. Headshot on that jackal. Oh, he turned it the last second in his shoulder. Part of that part of his character model, that shoulder is just a little bit bigger than it looks, I think. Alright, yep. Oh, how is that even possible to miss that shot? Red reticle? Really? Turn to the side? I'm not gonna let it slow my roll. I'm not gonna let it put a damper on my momentum here. I think all the scary stuff is dead now. Just about the grunts that can get on the turrets. So let's mop up what's left from distance. And because our sniper rifle is silenced, we're not getting a whole lot of flak. Whereas if we were using the tank, we might be seeing more of these turrets fire at us. Anybody? Yep, one more over there. There we go. Alright, so let's get back in the tank and drive over to the right. Right about when you get this rock, just take it and turn it around like that. Step over here, see if there's... Oh yeah, that's right, there were two grunts on the bridge that went and hid. They are no more. Now there is sniper rifle ammunition over here. There's lots of boxes of it, so don't worry. And there's even a health over here. I don't need it, but I came over to get it just to show you where it was at if you didn't know. I don't know how many people that watch this will know about this ammo drop, but it's a pretty cool one, actually. Gives you the license to use the sniper rifle in this area whenever the tank isn't behaving right. I say all that now, but the tank actually does pretty darn good in this next section relative to what I've seen in the past. Alright, let's get this door open here and sally on forth. May have been getting a drink of water just then when I was playing, so I think I'm going to do that now. Wet the old whistle. You know, that looks harder than it actually is. It always seems like you're going to blow yourself up or miss them all, but this is usually what happens. You'll kill a number of them, and then the other ones will take off running. Now, aside from this... Wait, hold on. Aside from this shot right here, it is amazing. It is amazing in this section only, how unbelievably accurate the mortars suddenly become at this distance. It is unbelievable. This is not skill. This isn't something I've trained myself to do. It is amazing. We missed that elite from point blank range earlier, that elite major. Those guys, however, didn't have a chance. That happens almost every time I come over here. It is unbelievable. I don't know what in the world programming they had for this tank and its aim assist, but it is backwards. It seems like, especially notable here when shooting at those jackals up that hill. I want to get the ghost's attention, so I just fire a little bit of a round there, and just be sure and sweep just a little bit whenever you shoot. Whenever you shoot a ghost, make sure the reticle is red. Make sure you're far back enough, of course, and then just sweep it a little bit, just a little bit. After you fire, it's very fast, but just after you fire, it's the same thing you're doing a lot of times when you're playing, especially in multiplayer. You're just engaging that aim assist just enough. Now that is, again, this is not normal. Usually I hit the hill, part of the hill there, the geometry. For whatever reason, that just worked really well. I'm not really sure why they didn't die just then. That was actually a shot that was perfectly accurate. I'm getting out because I'm used to having to do this, but I don't think I had to. I'm not sure how they survived just then. Usually when you shoot that rock, the splash damage will kill them all. So there's a grunt back there too, so we get rid of his troll ass really fast. Now I almost forget about the Wraith over here. This, I don't ever forget about it, but for some reason here I was just ready to go right on forward. Now this thing can be hard to hit, man. Your mortars can go left, right, up, down, but my God, well-oiled machine, right? It hits it with 2 shots. I love it. That can get screwed up for some weird reason, but that works. And then even this grunt here, oh yeah, it had to end sometime. It had to end sometime. I mean, just could you rewind it and play that back and tell me where you think that mortar went through everything, including the geometry around it? But who's complaining? That one's true. That's true. And we've got one ghost around here. We're not going to let it go. And this, I mean, I'm going to tell you, man, I have died trying to kill this turret. It comes down first shot. I love it. Now just go a little bit wide, kind of like in a triangle motion here to get that checkpoint. Turn around, go backwards, and shoot at these hunters. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think that the tank is doing an awesome job with these hunters right now. But, fortunately, I think we get them both with the tank. Now, I want to make sure that you understand, though, that the whole time I'm doing this, I am listening. I am listening for the sound of a Banshee flying or scraping up against geometry. I am listening for that because I do not want to be in this tank when the Banshee shows up. The reason why you don't want to be in a tank or any other vehicle for that matter when the Banshee shows up is that's when it will fire its fuel rods. It will not generally fire its fuel rods at you when you're just, you know, walking around as infantry. It will fire its fuel rod at your Marines, however, but not at you for whatever reason. But if you get in a tank, that's when it's going to fire it. And of course, if you're in a Banshee. I think I tried to get in the tank just to get its attention, but I get out realizing at that point that it had definitely seen me, and we take it down. Don't get splatted by the Banshee's wreckage. It will splat you. Notice there was an ammo drop over there. Again, no, that's where a health pack is, and there's plenty of rocket and plenty of sniper rifle ammunition. So that's an awesome drop there. This is just music to my eyeballs. To get both of the elites with one shot, I called this well-oiled machine for a reason. Everything works during this section. I mean, we had that weird miss back there. You know, a couple weird misses here and there, but even this one, even this shot in the new graphics works. I shot that did not kill the elite because this game stinks on legendary sometimes, but that went exactly where I wanted it to go. But like I said, at the very end, that's perfectly lined up, and it goes low right or something. I don't know. We even missed this shot. Oh well. Like I say, it couldn't last forever. So now we've got hunters.
I thought the Covenant had eliminated all the Marine forces in
Let's just shoot them from down. Shoot them from right here. I don't think the sniper is going to work there at that angle, but the rocket launcher will. Now, notice those weren't 2 direct hits. I just don't understand how the other ones survived with 2 hits. I mean, clearly damaging them, so I'm not really sure. Alright. Chapter 4. A most dangerous game indeed. This is where, this part here is probably the most, the scariest part of the mission for me. Not because it's always scary, just when things go wrong at this part, it's scary. Not so much here, though. Now, I want to make clear that one of the themes of this level is, in at least 2 situations, when it comes to the active camo, is getting the active camo not when the developers seem to want you to get it, but when you're going to need it the most. How you like that no-scope there? I think that missed shot was totally worth getting that no-scope in on 2 different grunts. So anyway, we'll get back to the active camo in a minute. Use the rocket launcher against the invisible dudes, and then come over here and finish off these turds because your Marines might take a little too much time with them or let them advance a little too much. I was not quick enough for some reason on that snipe. And there's really no reason to be overly concerned about ammunition consumption at all, truly, with either of these weapons. There's no reason to be worried unless you're being really willy-nilly with your shots. So like here, we're going to pick up a sniper rifle ammunition box, and we won't even be using all of it. So we had 3 extra shots back there at least. Throw a grenade in that pile of grunts. They're not always standing at that point, that close together. I have no idea why I didn't fire that at his feet. I also have no idea why they can shoot me so accurately while I'm still in active camo. I understand they would have a general idea of where I'm at, but to know exactly where I'm at to hit me that accurately from afar. And I'm still getting shot, by the way, by something. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this moron who's almost always never there. There's like a 10 or 20% chance he's there. And he happens to be there this time. Get dead. Alright, so as soon as you finish off that group, you want to come... Alright, there we go. So, as soon as you finish off that group, come over here and snipe this elite before he gets to the ghost. It's very important you do that. It's one less ghost, of course, but it's also important that we have that ghost available to us. So this is where things can get dangerous. Now this Banshee is supposed to come right at us. It does not. Where does that rocket go? Where does that rocket go? That's what I want to know. I understand the first rocket missing because he pulls up because this game sucks, but mainly because he was getting close to that rock or the geometry. I can understand that, even though I didn't move. But where in the hell did that rocket go that went right through the ghost? That's my question. So eventually we're gonna catch this drunk moron off guard. I think it's right about now. The other guy, however, well, he's just gonna delay the inevitable. Just gonna waste our precious time, our precious game playing time. There is just no aim assist at all on that rocket in that kind of situation. Not at all. None at all. You have to just hit him, man. You just have to hit him. There are no sweeping rocket shots in this game, which is probably fair. But again, just delaying the inevitable. There is absolutely no one in the planet that can convince me. Yeah, that dude was in my way. I got tired of him. He and all his buddies should all group together and go throw grenades at this dude until he's dead. But instead, we catch him off guard. See, why didn't the game just give me the kill whenever it was a skillful thing and not me just catching the stupid programming napping? I wanted the skillful one, the one where I turn around and shot him at the last second. That would have been cool. That looks cheap. I still don't understand where that grunt comes from up there. Like, where is he? Where else can he be? Because he's not always there. I swear he's not always there. You know what? I'm probably wrong. Maybe I'm forgetting. Maybe one of the Marines kill him at some. That can't be true. Just given where he's placed, it cannot be that the Marines usually get him. Honestly, I don't think he's always there. Dude, you guys are... If you didn't turn into invincible, high DPS nightmares, I'd just punch you all in the face when you stand right in front of me like that. Just move! Alright. Yep, these guys really aren't that big of a challenge when you can do this, huh? Yep, not too big of a challenge. So this part actually, this chapter is aptly named Sarcastic. Granted, but so this is supposed to be another stealth part, and this one's actually a heck of a lot easier, even though it's later in game and there's a lot more enemies. There's only 2 patrolling dudes here. 2 elites. One of them is usually standing right here. He is kind of standing here. But I want you to watch the grunt that's right at the center right now. Watch that grunt right now. Watch him. Watch him. Look at him. Now look at him. Somebody please explain to me why these grunts are alerted. No one else is alerted. He wasn't alerted after he didn't wake up in that frantic looking way whenever I killed his elite in silence. And how the hell does he know that grenade's coming? Everything according to plan. I walked away slow there, literally. It was almost like I've never seen either of those things happen. Well, I've seen grunts magically, get it right in your face. Yeah, I've seen grunts magically dodge grenades they didn't know, enemies dodge grenades they didn't know was coming, but I have no idea. Please, somebody put in the comments why the hell that grunt was alerted, and why didn't he alert normal? Why didn't as soon as let's pretend the elite saw me right as I punched him, or the other elite saw me. Why didn't that elite come chasing after me? Why didn't the grunt wake up in surprise like they normally do with that animation? So now we have to waste a freak ton of pistol. Well, we don't have to. That was a mistake I made here. We don't have to waste a ton of pistol ammunition here. I happen to waste a ton of pistol ammunition here. I think it was because I got in kind of a little bit of a mini roll on headshots, and I just wanted to keep doing it. That, and I was not prepared for this. I'm not saying that every single time I get the stealth part here perfect, but it's really not that hard to do. I can't explain why it's not hard to do because I didn't have it on this video, but it's really not that hard to do. Well, let's just beat this guy to death. I still don't understand why it is that the cooldown for my melee attack takes longer than the cooldown from him getting punched in the face. But that's the realities. That's the realities of the things here. Of the things. That's the realities of the things. I'm just going to punch you too. But since you're going to take off running, and they're already shooting at me, let's just send them a present via your ass. Now there's no sniper rifle ammunition here. Be very careful that you don't throw your gun into the geometry. It can happen here. Now I say be careful as if I know how not to do it. I have no idea how not to do it. I just know that I don't want to have the sniper rifle in my hand, so I take the chance that it doesn't go into the geometry. Did you see how it kind of went halfway in and came out at the last second, thank God? Alright, so we get the Captain Elite General Ultra dude over there. He comes out quite early there. That was actually a bit of a boon given how quickly we actually killed him there. Actually. So that was actually really good. So there is an elite. I think there's 2 of them, but one of them is somewhat random. I don't know where he comes down from, but I know one seems to always come down from that hole. So we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him early, catch him napping, and we do exactly that. Over on this side is some jackals and grunts, assorted and whatnot. But there's one more elite. I just don't know where he comes from. I know he's came from behind me after I've killed the 2 that I've already killed. So I'm kind of looking around for him, where he's at, playing some fun times with the jackal there with a nice little grenade stick. This is the second part where the enemies come through the door. They just don't come to. They don't necessarily come through it as you get close to it. They just come through it as they please. That grenade is supposed to kill a lot more people. It kills none. That grenade is supposed to kill a lot more people. It kills one. I have no idea how that's possible, considering the fact that they were all piled up there. They all must have perfect vision of the grenade. I guess that's how it works, even though I threw it around a freaking corner. Everything according to plan, man. Now I'm down to 54 shots in the pistol. It is not normal to be weak on pistol at this point. It really isn't. Those grenades are supposed to work. I was supposed to get the stealth part. This is going to come back and bite us in the butt just a tad. Not 100%, but just a tad going forward here. So speaking of stealth parts, here's another part that's supposed to go really well when according to plan. This is actually another really, really cool stealth part. Punch all these grunts. Make sure you don't get seen by the patrolling jackals. There we go. Get them all on that side. Now we're going to get them all on this side. Notice how there was one in the center over there. We're going to have to kill him. There we go. All the grunts, right? Right? So the sniper rifle is a stealth weapon. So let's just get our red reticle on that jackal's head. And... alright. Let's get our red reticle on this elite here. Oh, there we go. Oh. There we go. 2 for 1. I like that. Oh, really? So jackals are invincible right now. Okay, I get it. Holy sh... what the hell is that? I did not see that grunt there when I was playing. And then I make the dumbest decision ever. I start shooting the frickin' pistol. So now I got to deal with these guys over here while also dealing with the guys that are on my bridge. Not exactly according to plan. Now that was partly my fault. But you know what? You just start to get a little discombobulated after a while, after crap just starts going wrong over and over again. I'd said it before, I'll say it again. Assault on the control room gives you a lot of options. So no one plan, if it fails, necessarily means... no one plan is so great or so necessary that if it fails, then you're just, you know, SOL. Still, though, I really like to kill all these dudes in stealth. And then kill these guys over here. And the fact that that didn't happen here really was very disappointing. I mean, I like it for this walkthrough, playthrough, whatever you want to call this adventure. I do like it for this because it does show that, I mean, you can make it even if all the things go wrong that I tell you to do. So, I mean, the lesson learned there, obviously, is don't start firing the pistol until you absolutely, utterly have to. We didn't have to there. We don't. We have a sniper rifle ammunition drop in the next room. And it's plenty. There's plenty of it there. We don't need to go away from the sniper rifle there. We just don't. So this is going to take longer. It's not going to be nearly as cool as it could have been if I would have handled this properly. And if that grunt, I tell you, man, I know he can be there. I just don't think I ever see him there. Or I just wasn't seeing him there enough or something. I don't really know. I don't really know how to explain what happened there. I missed him, though. I definitely missed his ass. So now we're down to two bullets in this thing. I don't ever... It's been a long time since I remember that happening. This is going to force us to rely on some extreme measures to take care of these invisible elites we got coming up. Reload. Just reload it, then shoot it at him. Alright, so we need to get rid of this guy before that door opens. We don't need a bunch of needles being fired at us. Alright guys, so you remember how earlier we got those grunts whenever we threw the grenades in the doors that opened? That doesn't happen here. We don't get any grunts. We don't get any grunts with those. We happen to get the invisible elites, however. Now, I would say that's luck, but it's not. It's not. That's good planning. And pretty good throws, because that actually is not an uncommon occurrence. I would say getting both of them is I'm sorry. I'm just speechless. I can't believe that he was able to dodge that. I cannot believe he was able to dodge that. I cannot remember if there's a pistol. There's a pistol ammunition drop over here. I can't remember if there's a pistol, though. So I get the pistol anyway. I get that's the cool thing about Combat Evolved, is that you can still pick up weapons even when they don't have any ammunition in them, which is a really good idea. Whenever you have these few weapons and a lot of ammunition capacity for the ones that you do. All right, so I don't know where that grenade, I don't know where else that grenade could have gone. I turn on the old graphics here because those little ledges there, not explaining the way than ledges, they're actually higher in the new graphics, which means they're not actually there. So they can see through them and I can't. I can throw through them and don't necessarily know that I can if I rely on the new graphics. So we go with the old graphics here. Oh, one of them. Great. Tell you, man, you stop trusting your inputs. You stop trusting your input. You start making mistakes whenever, you throw 2 grenades and in one case, the enemy dodges it at the absolute last second you possibly can. And in the other case, it just goes through the character model. See there, I should have thrown the grenade right then. But again, you start getting a little, you just stop trusting that normal stuff will work properly. I actually got that shot off. Little good that it's going to do us, but because it's going to be, he's standing right there, but of course he's not going to die in the chain explosion there of any sort. I actually thought that killed an elite, but as it turns out, we've got another one, just like in Silent Cartographer, trapped in the geometry over there, because again, grenades are trampolines. So at this point right now, I literally don't care if he kills me. I literally don't care. I promise you. It's me or him. I don't care. It's him. It's going to be him. Go back and pick up our empty pistol. And sally forth with nothing going according to plan. Literally, I've sat there and more times than not of late, I've stuck every single one of them. And if I don't stick them, if that doesn't work, then I just take the plasma pistol overcharge and headshot them or stick them. Neither of those options were obviously available. Actually, I take that back. The plasma pistol option would have been available. I just didn't use it. Right. So anyway, so here's where I like to just to spread out the love amongst the weapons. I like to take the rocket launcher and the assault rifle here. Ultimately, grenade sticks would be preferred if they'd get more than just one kill at a time, but I like to take these weapons here and take out this group. Just instead of relying solely on, plasma pistol overcharges and headshots. All we need now is to take the rocket launcher, juggling it with the pistol and the sniper rifle. There's no need to do that. His back was turned. So just a bit of a wasted rocket there. Shouldn't really matter because there's one rocket box that we've left behind. Do we take the rocket launcher back there to get it? Well, of course not. We could have left the sniper rifle, which is most certainly full, and filled up our pistol and our rocket launcher, but everything according to plan. Alright, so let's stick that guy. That was a miss, I guess. Oh, I forgot about this guy flashing out here this quickly. So what you want to do first is shoot that window out, if it's not already shut out, which usually it isn't unless you've been shooting at it. Get up here. And we got both of the elite majors. Actually, all 4 of the elite majors that are in this room. That's really nice, huh? I hate that. I hate the way that elite looks sometimes when he does that crap. It's only the elite miner and the camo elites that pull that junk, where they'll flash out and flash away really fast, and you know, they get off a couple of shots, but they just look so stupid doing it. But that grenade killed him. Now this is again a place where, you know what, it's probably best to be just a little more conserving of your rocket launcher ammunition. Just a little bit more. I jump and hit that bar there, so that rocket went nowhere instead of being a jump shot right into those grunts' faces. Their collective faces. Their collective face. That's it. I saw a jackal there once, so I guess it should still be there when I fire at it like 10 minutes later. Oh boy, yeah, that's, you know, just have that. That's it's my favorite gift to give people like you. So now I've got 2 rockets left. Might as well, I guess, waste another one too. Now, why in the world did I waste all those rockets? I have no idea. But if I'm gonna waste all those rockets, then why the hell are there still why are there still people here living inside this room? See, this is where you use the rockets. You shoot them down at these guys, but somehow, some way, I can't even kill these guys in the room. Even though I shot like 2 rockets in here, tons of grenades. Oh. If this is Halo's playground, these guys aren't playing nicely. So I guess we'll just have to old-fashioned away this. Yeah, just old-fashioned. Just headshot everything, I guess. Which we can most certainly do. Boy, that room can go a lot smoother and look a lot cooler. Soaking this bridge. Alright, so the hunters behave weird on this bridge. They do this weird thing where they walk back and forth. You try to snipe them when they do that. You know, mainly when they're walking forth. Just like that. And like that. What did he just do that I've never seen before? I thought resetting the hunter's alert level might work here, because I really don't want him firing at us, because if he does, that means that either A, I've got to get really lucky, or B, I've got to go all the way around to that bridge and kill him, or try to kill everything while he's firing at me. This is the less hard of the 2 bridges. Yeah, if you notice there's a grunt over there. I didn't notice him before because I don't know why the grunts are even here. I really don't. I fired 2 sniper rifle shots over there. It is a silenced weapon, I swear to God. Why the hell are grunts suddenly able to hear it? Oh, man. What are you doing? What, you're flanking me, but you're not even shooting at me? What are... I don't even understand what these guys are doing. It's like they keep going in and out of alert mode. I don't even get it. I mean, when that hunter stopped short of my reticle, I wasn't surprised because crap enemies do that all the crapping time. But then it popped up into that, like, slumber thing. I don't know what that is. That's what you were supposed to do the first time. Why did you delay the inevitable on me, you freaking game? This is supposed to be fun. I was supposed to snipe all these dudes. It was supposed to be, like, fun and stealthy again. Nothing according to plan. Nothing. I mean, it doesn't really hurt us that much here. Truly, it doesn't hurt us. There's not a risk of dying on this bridge. There really isn't, unless you play it ultra dangerously. I mean, you know, one of the things about the last bridge is that whenever the invisible camo elites come out, there's no plasma rifle. All of the elites that, as far as I know, all carry the Needler. So the plasma rifle is a really good weapon against those camo guys. So, you know, that's why I threw the grenades. That's why I was upset about losing the pistol. I really didn't know what I was going to do about them unless we got the grenade to at least kill one of them. And then I guess I would just high DPS the plasma pistol and hope to God it all worked out. But on this bridge, you actually have the plasma rifle. Things are supposed to go fairly simply on this bridge. Stealth kills until your sniper rifle literally, until it literally runs out of ammo as far as I'm concerned. I really don't need it until the next drop. So go figure, man, go figure. So let's try it again. Let's see if it'll work this time around. Odds are it won't. I need to go back in the new graphics because we are going to take every advantage we can get. There is actually a little bit of a trade-off. It's very hard to see these elites in the old graphics. But if you remember, it's hard to spot them initially, but once you start shooting them, their camo fades. So they're actually a lot easier to kill once you actually start shooting them. But on legendary difficulty, it's better to know where they're at than it is to actually, I guess, finally have a good shot on them. So, you know, anyway, I'd rather know where they're at first. But thank goodness we take them out. The grenades clearly damaged them. They went down way too fast. They're not supposed to go down that fast. So this room, again, and there's our first break. I did use the Xbox One X DVR here to record this. The Xbox One X DVR, it records for an hour at a time. Clearly I had to split this up at some point, so I split it up there. So, we're finally past the frustrating part of this performance, and now we're at the part where it's just, you know what? Whatever works. You know, chapter, you know, part 2. Actually, not really. This is just a lot of hard pings and grenade stick, or, you know, headshots, grenade sticks, hard pings, and then plasma overcharges. We're just going total noob old school here, man. We're not gonna... Okay. Alright. Alright, man. Touche. That's 3. That's 3 you got on me now. 3 grunts that magically dodge at the massive last second. Okay. So what's cool about this part is that you have all, for now at least, all jackals and grunts. So, you know, you don't have to worry about elites. It's just, you know, mopping these guys up. Again, right now we're just going straight overcharges, straight plasma grenades. Headshots, we're not going to worry with anything fancy or cool here. Again, usually I don't have the sniper rifle here to work with, or I have so little of it that it's not a factor. But here I actually had 8 shots. I probably should have used it. It probably would have came in handy. So as soon as that music starts, you know that all the grunts and all of the jackals are indeed dead. It also hails the beginning of a surprisingly can sneak up on you kind of tough part here, where you have 4 elites in camo. Now this is what I know about this part, is that you have 4 camo elites on legendary. It can either be 3 plasma guys and 1 sword guy, which is what we get here, 2 sword guys and 2 plasma guys, or maybe, although I don't see it very often, 3 sword guys and 1 plasma guy. Obviously you want the first one I said, which is the one we get. So we stuck one guy. That was a plasma rifle. That's what I mean by plasma rifle guy. Here we get the sword guy, and he comes charging at us, but we high DPS him near his face, and he goes down pretty fast. Again, he doesn't have a shield, so he's kind of like the first elite that comes out in Truth and Reconciliation. You can gun him down pretty fast. You just need to be backpedaling, just in case. So usually you can headshot these guys if they're kind of standing there, but these guys are moving. You remember what I was talking about earlier, like how I hate when they move, and that actually got him. That's the second camo elite I've gotten an overcharge on, and it didn't track, because it doesn't track to them. That's actually kind of awesome. I think that makes up for some of the bad BS we've seen, is we get some good BS in our favor for once. Alright. Alright. Alright, so go back and grab that sniper rifle. You will need it. One thing you don't want to do here, remember what I said earlier, there's a little bit of a mini theme in this level with the active camo. The theme is not getting it when the developers want you to get it, but when you need it the most. There's active camo back there. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about it. I almost said nothing about it, and you know, just so hopefully, you know, when you're watching this, you'd all be shouting like, "Dude, where's you're not gonna get that? You're not gonna get that active camo! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! No, no, no!" Listen, chill out. I got a plan. Do you really need active camo for these 2 hunters? It's 2 hunters with no one else in the room. You don't need it for those guys. Just die. There we go. Doesn't really matter. Don't have to be fancy there. Get the chapter. I want you to listen to me. Get the chapter heading. Get the chapter heading before you do what I'm about to do now. If I had a super weapon, do not forget to trigger the chapter heading. I can't tell you why it's important. I just know it's important. Through magic and sorcery. Don't not get that chapter heading first. Alright? Now come get the active camo and do your best to make a beeline for the Banshee. The way you make a beeline for the Banshee, of course, is to try to go in a straight line in whatever direction you're headed. It's simple geometry, really. There's a reason why I busted out this window earlier, so I wouldn't forget to do it. Now, speedrunners can go a lot faster than me on a straight line. I do realize this is rough, but you don't. In some ways, that's actually good that I didn't do it perfectly. It shows that anybody can do it. Don't get close to the grunts, and don't put your reticle on anything that's alive.
This must be the control room.
Remember what I just said. And just get right on in. Your camo should be running out right about now, even though your camo doesn't have to be out for them to start shooting at you. But notice they do 1 bar of damage. Big deal. Get up really high, and shoot your fuel rod at that Banshee down there. Shoot your fuel rod at the Banshee. Don't skip this part. Shoot your fuel rod at the Banshee and knock it off of that bridge. Yes, the elite down there, who's supposed to get in it, doesn't seem to get in it. For whatever reason, when you do the trick that I just did. Still, don't forget to shoot the Banshee off of that land bridge. Now, the elite that's down there that we're worried about, we just knocked him off. The elite that's supposed to get in there went from being active and scared and worried to now patrolling again. He'll take 2 Banshee shots because it's legendary, but we'll get him. They're all ants here at this point. We just got to snipe them all, which is an acquired taste. What? That's not what I mean. It's something. It's an acquired skill. Is that what I meant? Yes. I think we only really missed this guy. Of course, it's got to be the last guy. Now, notice I'm not overly concerned about the height of my Banshee right now. The reason for that is because I noticed, and this happens sometimes, the Wraith stopped firing at us. But we're now going to start seeing it fire at us again, because we've came down here and made ourselves known. Now, I don't know why we didn't make ourselves known with all those Banshee snipes things, but, you know, it's just the way Wraiths have weird programming that you can take advantage of in this game. So I'm just inundating it with plasma until it's dead. This probably would be easier if you had a rocket launcher and just blew it up, but there's no way in the world I'm carrying a rocket launcher all the way here just to do that, which is already, you know, a little risky. Or going to find the rocket launcher that's in that pit down there where the ziggurat starts to come up. That pit down there, there's a lot of ammunition down there. There's even a whole sniper rifle down there. Not even just boxes. So gun the 2 ghost drivers down. This guy thinks he's going to get away, but of course he's not. What were you thinking, man? Alright, now let's trigger these hunters. This hunter and grunt group. Nope, that's the side we came out of, so they are going to be on this side. Just get real close to it with your Banshee. First order of business will be to do strafing runs until the grunts are dead, and then we're going to get out of the Banshee and kill the hunters because it takes frickin' forever to kill them with the Banshee bomb mortar thing. There's one, because we can only get one at a time, of course, even though they're all bunched up there. There's 2. Here's 3. And 4. Should we just gun them down while we're waiting? Now let's land this thing before we start getting bombed out of the sky. I just want to say something really fast. That it is not normal, even for me. No matter how good you think I am, it is not normal for me to keep the Banshee in that good of health. Maybe it's because sometimes I take a few more risks with it, but it just is not normal for me to have a Banshee in that good of health. So we're at Chapter 8, which I've titled, What Would Marty Do? Now Marty puts together probably my favorite song that's not the Halo theme itself for this part. It's the only part during gameplay where this song plays. Now, since Marty did that lovely, lovely thing for us, because obviously the song becomes much more famous with some of its, retoolings that we see in the later Halos, for him to do such a wonderful thing, if Marty were playing, if our Lord and Savior were playing, what would he do? Would he skip this part? Would he take the Banshee and move right on down to the end? Or would he go enjoy some fine killing of grunts, jackals, some camo elites, and some other crap outside, just so he could hear this beautiful song? I think Marty. I think I know what Marty would do. I think Marty would say, "Hey, you know what? That song's there for a reason. So I commandeth thee to not, run past this part." There you go. What do you want? Get out of my face. Oh, I love walking the woods, man. I think it's the first time when I'm doing commentaries where I actually did get chill bumps. So focused on trying not to screw this up, the commentary part that is. But yeah, that actually gives me chill bumps thinking about playing this. Just the best memories I can summon are from me playing this level at this part, listening to this song. That almost went awry pretty fast there. Ooh. Usually they're just standing there. I don't know why in the world the first one didn't get headshot. I mean, I put it right on his frickin' head. And I don't know why the other one, I don't think I've ever seen him standing over there. I'm not saying he's not capable of it. I just don't remember him ever standing there. Usually they're standing and patrolling in a different way. This is another thing that's kind of weird. Where are the jackals? I'm used to seeing jackals here. Where the hell are you fools hiding? Part of what I love about this part is shooting jackals and grunts through this window. This is part of what I love. Where are you at? Okay, all right. That's fine then. That's fine. I will find you. I will find you. Still nothing. Still nothing. All right. 1, 2, 3. Get the hell off my property. You can't skip, unless you're speedrun, you can't skip this part. It's too cool. It's just too fun. It's too much of a blast. I forget, of course, as I'm getting ready to walk out of here, that there is ammunition in here. One last drop. We will need it. We will definitely need it. Alright, so now down to our final chapter, our final few minutes in this messy mashup of a run. Pick up where we left off. Let's finish things off right here, right now. First off, first order of business, let's get rid of this hunter, who I don't even know. You know, the other day I was playing around, I went up there, and he didn't even attend to me. I'm not going to test that now, but I'd love for someone to play test that. Just let me know if he even attends to you when you come up here. I mean, I'm sure something could get his attention, but standing in front of him didn't. And I was really surprised by that. I'm not really sure why I did all that, because this is why we knocked the Banshee off the land bridge. Not just to prevent that elite from getting in it, which he, by the way, I don't think he ever does once he chooses not to get in it. This is why we knocked the Banshee off the land bridge. Remember what I said earlier. I don't usually have that fresh of a Banshee coming into this part. Sure, you can park it and knock it over the edge with a grenade or something, but who wants to take the time to do that when you can have a fresh Banshee? And possibly prevent that elite from getting in it and flying at you. Because sometimes he does. I just don't know the conditions under which he will. So, yeah. Free Banshee. Free, succulent, totally full health Banshee that we're now going to proceed to beat the crap out of. Oh my gosh. I guess splash damage doesn't count for nothing when it hits that railing thing there. Let's see if it counts for something here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, there's one. There's no splash damage kill there. There we go. And the last guy, right? Is this the last guy? He charges us, but who cares? Does it really matter? Oh, what? Red? What is that doing down here? I almost killed myself. Well, I took off like 2 chunks of health off the Banshee, trying to dive bomb that dude. Now I'm the drunk Banshee driver. Where the hell were you guys hiding? Alright. Just open this door, unleash hell, etc., etc. Whatever you do, yeah, that's right. Shoot at me coming out of the door. Yeah, now you're dead. Focus every bit of your energy on that elite. He's the only one that matters. We can even Banshee all the other people. All we have to do is kill him. Yeah, I missed those shots. I'm not missing another shot. I'm not missing another shot. It's not happening. No more misses. No more misses. I don't know where the hell you think you're going, but you ain't going where you thought you were going, that's for sure. If by going where you thought you're going is, you know, the great journey early, that's where you're headed. Get your ass down. And that, my friends, is Assault on the Control Room. JP3 style. I mean, you knew it wasn't going to be all pretty. It wasn't going to be all awesome. There had to be something go wrong. But I think a lot of it went right. We got to show off some backup strats, if that's what you want to call them, and I think we all had a blast. I hope you had a blast. I really hope you did, because it sure as hell was fun playing this, and even fun giving the commentary for it. That's it, everybody. Please please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Please hit the notifications bell if you want to get this fresh off the assembly line and hot off the presses. And please leave other comments as well. Questions, concerns, negative or positive feedback. I'm open to whatever you have to say. But as for now, this is JP3 signing out. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you very, 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 very much for watching. Goodbye.